want to ask you about the SAVE Act, because that came up during negotiations on this bill. Requires in-person proof of U.S. citizenship to register to vote. I'm assuming you're not in favor of that, so tell us why.
So what we know is that the requirement of identification is a way to suppress votes. Not everyone has access to getting an ID. Every state controls its registration, who can vote. Only U.S. citizens can vote. That is a federal law. But how they register vote is done at the states. How the elections are conducted is done at the states. And that is something that was established at their very founding 250 years ago. Requiring the ID for people, seniors oftentimes don't have the ID, people who don't drive. So it is something that is intended to suppress the vote.
Sorry, can you tell me how?
I am all in favor of giving states the resources they need to make sure that they know who's on the rolls, that only citizens are on the rolls.
But how do you know that it's only citizens? That you know that that's the right person that's voting?
The states do that on their check. You have to come in with proof of citizenship, proof of residency to register. That's when it's established. When you're going to the polls, you check the person against their signature, and it's up to the state to do that.
But that's what the SAVE Act is doing, that it is going to require you to prove that you're an American citizen when you register.
When you vote.
When you register.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll disagree on that. Because right now it's just you check the box and say, under penalty of perjury, I am an American citizen. That's what happens at registration.
I will say that I trust the states. We have had elections for 250 years. They've been audited. There have been recounts. There's no election is perfect.
No shit.
And we've seen, even in the most recent elections, there have been cases of individuals trying to vote illegally. More often than not, those cases have been Republicans trying to vote for President Trump. The fact of the matter is, in all of those cases, collectively, if you add them all up together, they would not have an impact on our elections. Our elections are safe and secure. We need to make sure we ensure that. We need to make sure that the states are empowered to do what they need to do. President Trump's calling for nationalization of elections. That is, first, unconstitutional. It's not the way we were created. It's not the way we should move forward. I trust the states to conduct our elections. They have done so very effectively for 250 years.
I wouldn't trust them with a glass of water.